Hey guys, I'm making another video right now because, I saw that somebody wanted to see how I told my parents, to maybe get some help about telling your own family or parents or whoever. Telling my parents didn't work out quite the same as telling my friends, which, as you may recall, I told them that I liked men, and then I left it at that for a few months, and then I told them, P.S. I'm a girl. It didn't work out quite the same with my parents. I wanted it to, but my parents wouldn't let that happen. They'd be like, because I wouldn't say like, okay, I got some news, but I can't tell you the whole thing right now. You gotta wait a bit. And they'd be like, no, fuck that, tell me now, you know? So my dad I told when we were driving back from my grandma's house. I love having these talks when we're in the car, because then the other person can't just fuck off and run away from it. I told my dad on the way back from my grandma's house one night, and the whole thing came out, from when we got in the car to when we got out of the car. I started it by saying that I liked men, but it was 10 minutes later that I said, I'm a girl. So he didn't really have the sink-in time. And it was weird because at first he acted like he was cool with it, but over the next, 4 days, you could see that he really wasn't. And he expressed how he was not cool with it. I think one day he just came up to me and was like, yeah, this is not okay. This is not happening. Because I think originally he thought he was okay with it. But then when we got home that night, maybe he went on the internet and read a lot of bullshit from stupid people on the internet. Who knows? Maybe he read some religious site. I don't know. But he got wrong ideas from the internet, I'm pretty sure, because then he started hating it. But as times progressed, me and my dad have a great relationship right now. We're best friends, and he's totally cool with it. Things get better just over time. Yeah, he's totally cool with it now. What changed his mind, I'm not really sure. Just since I moved to Toronto, which was maybe, how long was it? It would have been 3 or 4 months after I told him I moved to Toronto. So about 1.5 years ago, I told him, and my mom was around the same time. I guess since I moved to the city, I had lived there for maybe 2 months. He saw that, and I was living full-time when I was in Toronto, ever since. He saw that I can take care of myself, I'm a big girl, and that he saw that I matured a lot when I moved to the city, which I really did. So he's letting me do what I want, and also he got a lot of perspective when, Gender Journey, the group they do in Toronto, there's a parents' night, and they will take the parents aside, and, well, I don't know what they do in there, because or not necessarily a parents' night, but a bring somebody night, because some of them are older, and their parents have been gone for a while or something. But bring somebody who, I guess, you want to understand you better. And they take them aside. I don't know what they do, what they tell them, because, well, we aren't allowed in there, in that part. But, by the end of the night, they just have a whole new perspective on it. And we have, group discussions about the whole thing. I think my parents left that night crying, but a good cry. So just since I told my dad about 1.5 years ago, I think his perspective on this whole thing has changed a lot. He totally agrees with what I'm doing. He's letting me do what I want. and we have a great relationship now. So even if telling them doesn't go the best, then just give it time, and maybe they will learn. They will change. Telling my mom was a bit easier. Like I told her in the car too. Not at the same time, but she was also told in the car. She didn't believe me, I think, when I told her. Yeah, because my mom is from a very religious family, and she, I don't think, was really she was born in Guatemala, and she lived there until she was like 20, so her childhood may not have been as exposed to things that you would get in North America. But she has lived in North America for the past 30 or so years, so she had a different idea, and she still doesn't fully agree with it now, but she's a lot better with it. Like, she'll call me her daughter sometimes, and I love it when she does, but most of the time she'll say child. She won't always call me Zara, she'll say Harley sometimes, but at least she doesn't call me her son or boy or anything, which is of course a bonus. Like, you just gotta give these things time and it'll get better. It'll always improve. But yeah, I was pretty much telling her, I'm trying to remember how it went, like telling her, she just really didn't believe it, or like understand it, I guess. Telling my mom was harder, because I remember I would be like, I was like, I have something to tell you, but it's hard to get out. And then she started guessing things like, are you on crack? And then after a few guesses, I think she said, do you like guys? And I'm like, yeah, that's part of it, yeah. But yeah, eventually she got it. But she didn't believe it, and it took her a while too. Like, she didn't fully believe it until I went to her house one day, and I was wearing makeup and nail polish and everything. I think that's when she finally understood, oh, she's my daughter, not my son. So, yeah. Telling people news like this is always an experience. I would like it to get to the point where telling somebody you're trans can be easier. Like, it not be such a big deal. Because it's kind of a big deal, but it's not a big deal as people make it out to be. So yeah, I just wanted to, somebody asked about how I had asked my how I had told my parents. So that is what this video is about. And yeah, Zara Harley, peace out. Subscribe and comment.